Hi, everyone. It's Julie from Inspired Health and Wellness and Sue.
Hello. Hello.
There we go.
So, what are we talking about today? Oh, it's Meditation Wednesday.
Meditation Wednesday. Raise the vibration.
Raise the vibration. And also it's like it's a double whammy Wednesday because Julie's also doing yoga nidra tonight. So you check that out.
Yeah.
Because that's a lovely thing. First Wednesday of the month.
Yep. That's right. So you don't have to have any skills. Just settle in, relax, and listen. That's it.
What time's that?
7:30. So
7:30.
it's kind of rolling into bedtime for some people, slowing down in the evening.
Yeah, because yoga nidra is a type of meditation, isn't it?
It is a very specific type, yes. And we have been trying to introduce people to various ways to meditate. So we're doing another one today, aren't we?
Yep, we are. So if we were having a discussion last night as to what we've done so far, well, I know we've done some guided meditations. That's always really nice because it gives you a story and it gives you something to focus on, because as we've mentioned before, people sometimes say, I can't do it because I can't empty my mind. So when you have a story and you can use your imagination a little bit to help you meditate, and then it comes guidance and stops the monkey mind from wandering around. So that's always very helpful. And Julie's done some mudras too, which is a really neat way to bring about some immediate calm or energy. And there's, I don't know how many different types of mudras are there, really?
Lots. Like I think we've done 2, and I don't know, I bet you there's 100. There are lots.
Yeah. But you can just I believe go and pull out whatever kind of thing that you're working through, and there's a mudra for that. Is that the way that it works?
Yep. There are mudras for chakras and mudras for specific health issues, emotional things. There's calming mudras. There's more energizing mudras. We've been thinking more about calming mudras because that seemed to be appropriate right now. But yeah, there are lots of ways to bring them into your life.
So there's lots of different stuff, and I'm sure if there's something that you're specifically dealing with, if you drop it in the comments, then maybe we can either or talk about it or help you in that way. That would be something we can do from home, which would be great for all of us. And we've also done some breath. We've done some work with the breath and with the belly rising and falling and bringing that concentration. And we've also done some body scan stuff as well. Right?
Yep, we have.
Mm-hmm. We did a bit of mantra, but not really. So that's something that we'll probably go back to.
Yeah, I think we just talked about it, but we didn't really do it. So.
And so what we're going to do today is we're going to do object focus, which is another type of mindfulness meditation where you pick an object and you look at it, and that becomes your focus. So you're still going to work with the breath, so you can still bring your attention back to your breath if you kind of fall away from and lose and get busy in the mind. Or you could use a crystal or a flower or lots of different things. We're going to use a candle today. But Julie, we were just having a little bit of a chit chat before and catching up, because we don't get to see each other very often anymore, apart from on the screen. And I was talking to Julie, conversation that she was having earlier. Julie, in like the kind of links in this whole monkey mind where your mind keeps going off. And you know, you're sitting there in meditation, and the next thing you're thinking about is, oh, I need to go grocery shopping, or I really need to go and fix that whatever outside. So what was the conversation that you were having earlier, Julie?
So this is a conversation I was having with myself. So bear that in mind. Nobody else is here in the house except the dogs. And don't think I'm crazy, but anyways, it's sort of a philosophical viewpoint. I was thinking about whether one does things coming from a place of joy or from a place of seeking validation or self-worth. And that can be an interesting thing to contemplate. You don't have to tell us, but it can be interesting to spend some time in that, because it helps, or one of the reasons it's interesting is because it can help you see habits that you have. So we have not just physical habits, but we have habits in the body and also habits in the mind. So noticing where do we turn to? Where does the mind go back to? What is the mind seeking? And so that ties into this whole meditation that we're doing today, in that you may notice that your mind wanders. You probably will notice that your mind wanders, but noticing where the mind tends to go back to when you're in meditation. So if you've done all the different meditations with us, you might find that the mind has a habit of going back to certain things. And so I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It just can be interesting to notice, because it's a piece of self-awareness, and that is a part of meditation. It's that awareness. So, any questions on that?
It's very, I'm just having a bit of a candle issue here, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. It's very deep, but I'm giving you something to think about. So when your mind keeps flicking back, just when we're losing our focus, and we've said this before, when you're meditating, that's fine. Everybody does do that. It's not like you can just going to sit and all of a sudden your mind's empty. We're human beings. Our minds do not work like that. They're habitually moving. They're habitually thinking about things that we have to do and we have to process. So please do not get annoyed with yourself or think that you can't do it because all of a sudden you think about what you have to do later. It doesn't work like that. So
yeah, instead of being annoyed that it happens, just notice where it went, what thought the mind went to, and be intrigued by that maybe, but not follow the thought at this time. Just notice and think, oh, that's interesting. Later on, you can go back and contemplate that some more.
Yes, you acknowledge the thought. You say, thank you very much. I'll deal with you later. That was a great idea. You know, that's why a lot of very successful people, they get their best things when they're meditating. They get the greatest ideas. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do that? I've been there. And it's like, okay, well, that's great, but I'm not losing this time now, because this time is for me to still my mind so that I can be more productive later. So you just acknowledge it and then you move on. And then at the end of it, if you do journal, which is great, journal it down or go back to that thought and go, okay, so that thought, and then take it from there. Any case, have we rambled on enough now?
I think so.
My candles.
It's time to start.
Oh, let's get into our nice, comfortable meditation position. That could be sitting on the couch, sitting on a chair. It could be lying down, but today we're going to focus on something. So it's probably best that you're sitting up, because we don't want you to have sore necks from cranking you, and it's not going to be that comfortable. So I'm going to move this candle right over you. Hopefully there's a candle left on it, because, you know, I don't have the crew at hand today to get it all sorted out properly. I'm going to move the candle right up here. So if you don't have a candle to hand, hopefully you can see that. Can you see that, Julie?
I can.
Does it,
even with my glasses
off? Does it need to go up higher? Does it need to come up here a little bit? Maybe. Let me just do that. Sorry, okay. It was also, and then I had a bit of a wax problem.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a candle. So You don't even need to get your own candle right now. So let's get yourself into a nice comfortable position. Make sure that there is nobody around you that's going to disturb you. If you need to pause the video, then pause the video and get yourself sorted. So I'm going to presume now that we're all in our nice comfortable position. It's quiet, you're not going to be disturbed. And this isn't going to be a long meditation because I'm not going to sit here in silence for 5-10 minutes while you do the meditation. Just the idea. So when we're doing an object, we're focusing on an object. That's our primary come back. We're trying to empty our mind. So we're trying to stop all the internal chatter. All we're going to focus on is our breathing and what is that candle doing. So in our nice seated position, our feet should be on the floor, or we should be contacting the ground in some way. And I just want you to focus on your breath. So we're breathing in through the nose, and out. Nice and slow, making your belly rise as you breathe out. So do this for a couple of breaths. Now let's just do a body scan. So let's start at our feet and working our way up the body. And as we're breathing in, out, nice and slowly, let's just notice, is there any area in our body that's holding some tension? So working up the legs, our knees hurting, our hips. If so, when you're breathing in, try and visually kind of descend that breath to that area. It might take a couple of breaths. Focusing on the breath, breathing in, slowly rising, breathing out, letting it all go. Work your way up the body, neck, shoulders, arms and hands. Sending any breath to any part of the body that needs it, just to relax. Do another breath in and out. So now you have two options. You can either very gently gaze at the candle with very soft eyes, or if you prefer to keep your eyes closed, just picture the candle in your mind's eye. So keep breathing in and out, belly rising, belly falling, but look at the candle. Watch the flame. Look at the colours within the flame. Keep dancing from side to side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come back to the candle. Watching it flicker. And then become still again. Breathing in, belly rising, and belly falling. Your mind has wandered off, come back to the candle. watching it moving and dancing, and bigger and smaller. Watch the light reflected around the candle itself. Focusing on your breath at the same time. Acknowledging any thoughts that come into your head and then asking them to leave just for now. Focusing on the candle. Let's just do a few more breaths here. Letting the mind just focus on the candle. One more big breath in and out. And just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make some little movements, little nod of the head, a little yes, a little no. Just slowly coming back to full awareness. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes wide. And you can come and do this for as long as you want. It doesn't have to be a candle. It can be, as I said, a pretty crystal or a rose or lots of different things. It's just keeping your focus and emptying your mind. That's all it is. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, hour, whatever you need. And if that monkey mind starts talking to you, just acknowledge it, thank it, deal with it later. You don't need to deal with it now. This is the time that you have set aside to clear your mind, not to keep it busy. So you just have to, and I do that. If I'm late and sudden I'm into some kind of huge kind of, oh, I need to do this later, and then I will say to myself, that's great, but I've set this time aside for me to clear my mind, so I'll deal with it later. It's normal. Just try it. Try it with, it can be anything at all. You could even go, it's a nice day, it's a bit cool, but you could go and lie on the grass outside and look up at the sky and do the same with the clouds.
Yeah.
The hot tub, I was doing that the other night, just sitting in the hot tub and like, that looks like this. It's just focus. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just thinking about what I'm focusing on. It helps to clear the mind. Or it's just a different way to meditate. Just clear your mind. Okay?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Sue. That was lovely. That was lovely. And I like the way you presented that as being kind to yourself. So we're not looking to attain something. We're not grasping for something. We're just coming from where we are and we're giving ourselves some time for quiet.
That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Okay, so come back and do yoga tonight. After you've done this, you're going to be so super chill and zen, and like the whole plan for the next whatever many years is all going to be there. Okay. Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye.